Actors are usually associated with a certain genre that they are most famous for. However, it may surprise people to learn that many noted actors' most profitable movies have been in genres other than those which they are typically not associated with. The actors are so talented that they make the film successful at the box office with the allure of their performances. What actors do you think make a big name in a separate genre from their own? Well, no need to ponder upon that, because we've got you covered. Here's a list of every movie genre top grossing actors. Let's get into it. Number 18. Richard Burton in history. Though popular culture remembers Richard Burton for his sometimes turbulent relationship with the iconic Elizabeth Taylor, he was celebrated by his peers as a masterful actor. The Welsh stage and motion picture star, with his resonant voice and commanding presence, often portrayed keenly intelligent men who were cynical or self-destructive. This can be seen in his performance as Marcellus Gallio in The Robe, a biblical movie. Gallio is ordered to crucify Jesus, but feels guilty afterward. Number 17. Bruce Willis in mystery. Who can forget Bruce Willis? His career started with sitcoms and evolved into an action hero. Apart from his acting, Willis is also professional in mysteries and thrillers. He's played a powerful businessman, a caring husband who cannot be physically hurt, a time-traveling convict, and more. The highest-grossing mystery starring Willis is The Sixth Sense. In the film, he portrays a child psychologist trying to help a patient who can communicate with spirits. Number 16. Julia Roberts in romance. Julia Roberts is one of the most iconic Hollywood actresses in history. Her diverse resume includes romantic comedies, which have helped her become an international celebrity. However, her biggest couple to date is My Best Friend's Wedding, a movie that came out 7 years after Pretty Woman, but has been more commercially successful. In it, she portrays a woman who realizes she's in love with her childhood friend and vows to stop him from getting married. Number 15. Robert De Niro in Crime. Robert De Niro is one of the biggest names in Hollywood, and he's played some great roles, but his best performing film was not a mafia drama. It's actually a legal thriller. Sleepers is about 4 friends growing up in Hell's Kitchen, without much guidance except Father Bobby Carrillo, who's played by Robert De Niro. Number 14. Sylvester Stallone in Sport. Sylvester Stallone has played a variety of roles throughout his career, but in his own words, the Rocky movies are his number one. From the iconic Rocky Balboa to Rambo, and even Tobey Maguire's father in the Spider-Man movies, Stallone's work spans many genres and he pushes himself for each new role. Number 13. Tom Cruise in Thriller. Tom Cruise is a top Hollywood actor who has starred in 4 decades of major Hollywood productions. His breakout role came in the 1983 teen comedy Risky Business, and he achieved superstar status with the 1986 action film Top Gun, in which he played a naval aviator known as Maverick. Alongside a star, turned in a series of Mission Impossible thrillers. Cruise has proved his acting chops in such serious movies as Rain Man and A Few Good Men. Sequels to one of Cruise's biggest thriller roles are currently being filmed and will be released in 2023 and 2024. For now, the most recent Mission Impossible installment itself is based on a television show. It is the top-grossing film of the series. Number 12. Daniel Radcliffe in Family. Leading man Daniel Radcliffe tops the list of highest-grossing lead actors when it comes to family movies. The 2001 movie about a young wizard's adventures was a major success and started a franchise that has spawned video games, theme parks, tourist attractions, tattoos, and more in one of the biggest pop culture sensations of all time. When adjusted for inflation, the first movie of the franchise, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, is still number 1. Number 11. Johnny Depp in Fantasy. Johnny Depp is the go-to guy for leading roles in Tim Burton films, and he's been cast in almost every one of his recent films. Yet, his films haven't just stretched from adventure to horror. His most successful film is the second installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean series, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest, which also serves as the highest-grossing film in its genre. Number 10. Tom Hanks in Animation. There's no saying how great Tom Hanks is. He's done an excellent job in Toy Story, not only just directing it, but acting in it as well. Which of Hanks' movies has been the best could be debated for hours, but we're sure his favorite role is Sheriff Woody from Toy Story 3. The fact that it is the highest-grossing film in its genre seems pretty understandable. Number 9. Jeff Goldblum in Sci-Fi. Jeff Goldblum has built up a long list of sci-fi roles. Some notable films include Jurassic Park and Independence Day. Perhaps his most memorable role was in 1986's The Fly, where he plays an eccentric who becomes a human-fly hybrid through the use of a teleportation device. However, when it comes to Goldblum's highest-grossing sci-fi movie, it would be the original Jurassic Park, which was released back in 1993. Goldblum portrays Malcolm in this film, the charismatic individual who's willing to risk his life to save those of others while they are being chased by a T-Rex. The nostalgia this movie brings is simply breathtaking. Number 8. Christopher Plummer in Biography. Christopher Plummer is a legendary actor best known for his classical roles on stage and in Hollywood. He has also played several real people over the years, with one of his most famous being J. Paul Getty in All the Money in the World. His most famous role, Captain George Von Trapp, was also his least favorite because it involved months of singing. Nonetheless, the movie was a blockbuster and remains one of his highest-grossing biopics. Number 7. John Travolta in Music. Notable for its wonderful disco soundtrack as well as its hit dance scene, Saturday Saturday Night Fever made John Travolta an international movie star. That would be followed 1 year later with his first of 2 Oscar nominations for playing an aspiring painter, factory worker in the gritty film Grease. The following year would see him return to Broadway to appear in Grease, and he followed that up with a slew of other successful and sometimes more unique films, like Staying Alive, though Travolta expanded his work to different genres throughout his career. It was said that he did a few musicals that remain popular to this day. Number 6. Leonardo DiCaprio in drama. Leonardo DiCaprio's dedication to the film industry cannot be denied, and he's worked with big directors like Christopher Nolan, James Cameron, Quentin Tarantino, and Martin Scorsese. He received 6 Oscar nominations for acting from 1994 to 2016, finally winning his first award in 2016. The top-grossing movie with DiCaprio in the leading role is perhaps his most iconic role to this day. In the historic fiction blockbuster Titanic, DiCaprio portrays Jack Dawson, a freewheeling traveler with a knack for portrait painting who falls in love with an upper-class beauty on the infamous doomed ocean liner. Number 5. Max von Sydow in horror. In 70 years, Swedish actor Max von Sydow played many different roles. He's appeared in several horror movies, including 1973's The Exorcist, which was the highest-grossing film in the horror genre. His role as a priest in this movie is his highest-grossing horror film to date. In The Exorcist, von Sydow plays a priest trying to help a girl who may be possessed by what he thinks is the devil. Number 4. Claude Rains in film noir. In the 1930s and 1970s, British actor Claude Rains was a prolific screen actor who ranged in different film genres and for both TV and cinema. He was a 4-time Oscar nominee known for his distinctive voice. Supporting roles were often his most memorable films, such as the title character in The Invisible Man, 1993, and Abbé Jules in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1939. Number 3. John Wayne in Western. John Wayne is the most enduring film icons of the 20th century. He's best known for his iconic performances in westerns like True Grit, which was the highest-grossing one, despite being released in 1969. In this movie, he plays an aging U.S. Marshal recruited by a teenager to track down the man who killed her father. It's now one of only 3 movies that have won him an Oscar. Number 2. Eddie Murphy in comedy. Eddie Murphy is a world-class comedian, ranking 10 in Comedy Central's list of 100 greatest stand-ups of all time. He's also well known for his gifted impersonations, including Muhammad Ali, James Brown, and Stevie Wonder. One of his most famous roles was in Beverly Hills Cop, which cemented his status as an up-and-coming Hollywood legend when he spent 13 weeks at the top of the box office. This has been declared the highest-grossing film in the comedic genre. Number 1. Brad Pitt in War. From the dark comedy Burn After Reading to the epic war film Inglourious Basterds, Brad Pitt has had a long and distinguished career. This has been his highest-grossing film and was released in 2009. His other most well-known films include Seven, Fight Club, and 12 Monkeys. Let us know who your favorite actor is in the comment box below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.